So a lot of what we did in this kitchen is pretty basic. A lot of room around the island. The refrigerator with the freezer on the bottom and the French door refrigerator. We do have a pull down in this cabinet here that comes down to be easier to reach.
Just better.
And then the really high-tech feature is these cabinets.
Oh, wow.
Will they clear the egg cartons?
I think so. It may not go all the way
Okay.
down, but it'll go most of the way.
Demonstrate the shut off.
Yeah, one
Yeah.
of the egg cartons.
So yeah, it's got a safety pan at the bottom so that if it hit the egg cartons and stop. So if there's, you know, something in the way, it won't go all the way down, but it will go all the way down to the countertop here. Which for Brian was a big deal when we first put him in.
We had a lot of cupboard space in the old house, but I couldn't reach anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like beyond the first shelf, I couldn't reach anything. So it's like, so you really have like fractions of what you think you do.
Mhm.
And here, I can reach, with it all the way down, I can reach the top.
What, and is there a name for these, or what's the cost, what's the specs on that?
Cannot think of the brand right off the top of my head, but they come from Scandinavia. The mechanism for these were about $9,000 for both. We ordered them and it was 4 or 5 months because they were shipped from, I think, Sweden or Denmark. I could look up the brand name. There's a company called ProCare in Pennsylvania that was the stateside dealer that we dealt with. And they were really good about answering questions and service and because we put them in and one of them worked perfectly and the other one not so much, and they were really helpful. And yeah, it's an arm that comes down, so that's why they come forward.
And you guys should look at it, it's pretty impressive. Structurally, did you have to do anything inside the wall?
The only thing we had to do inside the wall was make sure we had blocking to bolt the mechanism to.
You guys should take a gander behind the camera,
And if y'all want to see over the top, we can grab a step ladder.
How much space does it take on the back?
It's like
How much deeper is it?
3 inches, 4 inches. It's not a lot. But being European, everything's metric, so you gotta. Well, I remember back in the 70s when they were like, "Oh, we're gonna switch to metric," and all the highway signs were both, and then that just kind of went away.
For $9,000 for both of those, in terms of the grand scheme of things, obviously it's well worth it.
So everybody get to peek at the mechanism.
Thank you for opening your house up to
We're
us.
happy to. I mean, Chris has been pretty good to us, so.
And so, you know, the clearance, the cabinet guy was, you know, it was a challenge to get the clearances right, but the rack has adjustments forward and back and side to side, so you can fine tune the way the cabinets line up so that they fit in, go back in place behind these trim pieces or beside the trim pieces.
Yeah, you don't have, like a quarter of an inch there
Yeah.
on the desk.
Yeah.
It's pretty tight.
So,
And you wouldn't know otherwise. I thought that was light.
no, you wouldn't have any idea if you didn't. I mean, this white pan on the bottom is really the only indication that. And has this location of this switch worked out okay?
Yeah.
Because the way that they were really designed was to put the switch here, but the way the drawers worked out, there was nowhere to do that, and we didn't really want to like have to pull the drawer out so we settled on that.
Are they the same depth, or they're a little shut? It's the same cabinet?
They are, yeah, they're standard cabinets,
Yeah.
I believe.
So any standard cabinet will fit?
Or maybe they're a little,
It might actually be a touch deeper.
yeah, they are. I mean, that's pretty much, you know, as far as universal features in the kitchen, you know, wide open space.
Well, the toe kicks on cabinets are raised.
Yeah,
For
okay.
the wheelchair.
And then the porch wraps around all the way to the front door. We have the ramp over there on that. Do y'all ever use that ramp?
Oh, all the time.
All the time, yeah.
Yeah.
And so does the elderly dog.
Yeah.
He's old.
It was great when we moved
Stairs
the
are hard.
refrigerator.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the movers liked it quite a bit too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. The movers were like, "Oh, this is nice." So like, how many stairs?
None.
I'm like, "Well, we bring it up the back. There's a ramp," and they're like, "Oh." And I'm like, "Yeah."
So-
Yeah, you want to see the porch? Or
Yeah.
Take it.
Yeah. So when we first walked this property and talking about, exactly where they wanted the house, it was all about maximizing
Yeah.
this view, which has the marshiness subsided
Yes.
Quite a bit,
since
yeah.
yeah.
The French drain
Yeah,
has
you
made a
got
big
that
difference.
drains. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I couldn't believe the day I saw you down there with a shovel.
Yeah, I was like, it's gonna take a while. I'm like,
Let me.
and then-
Can I help you with that?
So, yes, please do. This will be a lot faster with the backhoe.
Yeah.
There is a spring about halfway.
Yeah.
On the barn.
Yeah.
Comes
Which-
around that one rock you weren't able to get out.
Oh yeah.
It comes right around under that. That rock is basically capping the spring.
Yeah.
Tiffany stuck her arm in. She's like, I want to see how far down it goes. And it's like, all right, that goes down a ways.
So we did the curbless shower with the collapsible dam, so this compresses when you step on it, and the weighted curtain that tucks in behind that. And then we have the dual vanity, one side is roll under and the other side is conventional. The advantage of the pocket door is that you don't have swing room, like here. If you didn't, you could have done an outswing, but it's gonna bump against that and it just takes up floor space. The disadvantage of the pocket door is that the hardware, because it can't be any wider than the door, can be kind of hard to operate. And the little latch can be really difficult to But if you recall the other one in Salem, we had a D handle here and routed out in the jam as far as floor space. Because anytime you got a swinging door, especially from a wheelchair, you got to, and then you're here, and then the door's way back there, and you can have a mid handle here, but it's still not very user friendly. Collapsible dam is what I always refer to it. And there's another brand that's more just like a weather stripping, and it's not as tall. These are not necessarily more attractive, but they work a lot better as far as keeping the water in, because they're tall enough to actually, form a curtain. Right. You do have to make sure that the curtain's on. This one's all one piece, so that it really does a good job enclosing the shower area.